Hey Dad, what you doing?
Hey Maya. So today is haul out day. Quite exciting. We're getting the bottom painted, anodes replaced, all of that fun stuff. A little bit daunting, but thankfully super calm. Now, haul out day is one of those days as a boat owner that you love and hate. It is a massive process, there is risk of damage, and it is never going to be cheap. But it is also a chance to get a bunch of big jobs done out of the water. The last time the Oriental Lady was hauled out was for our pre-purchase survey in late 2021. Back then I had absolutely no idea what I was doing, so I really was just a passive observer on that haul out and was more just soaking in the whole experience rather than paying attention to all of the nuances. As we approach the trailer, you'll hear me start to talk to Lloyd from Sounds Shipwright Services, who will be doing this work. Just getting some advice on exactly how to approach the trailer and what is needed to get the boat onto the cradle nice and safely that will make it easy to secure. How much juice does it need to get onto the trailer?
No, you don't know. I want you to stop, and I just want you to just slowly nudge your way in. Stop. Okay. You're not going to do it like you would do a car fifth boat. Yeah. Totally different.
So as we come up to the trailer, obviously I'm a little bit nervous, having to manoeuvre the boat quite precisely into the trailer. Didn't want to damage it. Never done it before either. One of the hidden benefits of buying the boat locally was that it also came with a long service history. Ross, the previous owner, was meticulous about keeping on top of things, so we have made sure we have continued with the same companies he used for all of the ongoing repairs and maintenance. It has made it all so much easier as we have a record of what was previously done to the boat and when.
Sorry?
We are in quite a unique position with our boat in the need to regularly haul it out and antifoul it. We are positioned in the marina right alongside a stream that flows all year, so our boat actually sits in a layer of fresh water mixing with the tide when we're not out in the sounds. We also use our boat a lot, so the antifoul gets to do its job and constantly slides off in thin microscopic layers as we move through the water, making it hard for marine algae and other sea life to get a good hold.
Is that arm touching there? Yep, sweet.
Nevertheless, you can't escape the need to haul out an antifoul every once in a while. And for us, we've managed to stretch it out for over 2 years. Constantly checking, diving on the bottom of the boat just to make sure we had a decent coverage of antifoul, but also more importantly checking on the anodes, because it's through the electrolysis of the seawater that the anodes get eaten away, and at some point they definitely need to be replaced.
Well, they're so big.
Now, our big anodes on the propeller shaft and the back of the boat are really easy to see, but we've also got anodes hidden deep inside the bow thrusters, for instance, which are impossible to see. So when it comes to timing, sometimes you just have to bite the bullet and get the job done. crack and get off.
Yeah, yeah.
Just be careful, Maya, of the wheels, okay?
Yeah.
Tell you what, the holes looks bloody good though.
Does it?
Yeah, compared to a lot of them I've done,
Yeah.
it's actually a good neck, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't done the whole thing yet, but it's actually been well looked after, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's always hard to know, eh?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, until you buy it, right? Did you say, what year is it?
89.
That's amazing what the good is like.
Yeah, well, Ross, I think, looked after it really well for the 5 years that he had it.
Yeah, right.
So,
Yeah, no,
as soon as I met him, I was like, yeah, he takes care of his stuff.
yeah, that's a good idea to know. Because you never know, eh? Unless you get out and
Yeah.
go right over it.
Yeah. And this is our first boat.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, right, well. You've got to learn, you might learn something big, eh? Those people got home. Nice and suitable, eh?
Pelorus is my dad's. Queen Charlotte was, we went out there for summer. So different.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
so busy, so deep.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Water's heaps colder.
Yeah, right,
it's
yeah.
just- yeah. And as soon as we
Two
came back in
different
here,
names, sounds.
yeah, as soon as we came back in here, it was like, oh yes,
Let's go home.
home.
All right, mate.
Sweet, thank you.
A few moments later.
Hey, so boat is out of the water and it's been anti-fouled and cleaned and painted and all the rest of it, so we're almost ready to go back in. The guys are just going to put some more prop speed on and then replace the anodes. So, and it won't be today, but in a couple of days time we'll be back here early in the morning putting the boat in. It's a bit windy today as well too, so quietly quite happy not having to do it today. Today the time has come to put the boat back in the water. We've got fresh anti-foul applied down the back. We've got fresh prop speed on the propellers and the propeller shaft, new anodes as well. Look at that. And the propellers are looking fantastic. Didn't need to do much there. And then at the back, nice and shiny. So we're all good for another couple of years. Yay! As we get on board, we are doing it very short-handed, just myself and Maya along with one of the guys from the shipyard. Once again, we are blessed with a relatively calm morning that is not too gusty. Here you can also see the very busy nature of the Havelock Marina. It is home to the mussel fleet of New Zealand, and there are a huge number of vessels servicing that industry constantly coming and going. So it is a hive of activity pretty much 24/7. Lots of boats getting repaired, and lots of boat traffic. Now it's time to fire up the twin Caterpillar V8s and get back to our berth.
That was loud.
Getting back to the berth is always an interesting experience. For us, it's always the most stressful part of any trip because you have an object that's very hard to stop coming into close proximity with large amounts of concrete. Now, this often requires really clear, concise communication, and having everyone on board that's going to be helping with the docking know exactly where everything is and what order it needs to be deployed and attached. So this is what we're doing as we turn the boat around and start heading back to the dock. We start having a conversation about what's the order of things, what ropes need to go on first, because the guy coming alongside of us, he's got no idea. He hasn't travelled on the boat before and he doesn't know our docking procedure.
Is your spring and line sitting up on a hook, is it? Or can I just grab at the boat hook?
Yep. And once you've got that on, skip down the back, get wire in hand.
So as you will have seen, our boat is a twin-engined semi-displacement hull. She was built in 1989 at the King Yachts Corporation shipyards in Taiwan specifically for the American market. They call this kind of boat a fast trawler, as she will cruise at 7 to 10 knots all day, but you can jump it up to 16 knots if you can afford the fuel bill. We've never managed to do anywhere close to those speeds, but it is nice to know you have it up your sleeve if you need to get out of a sticky situation. The boat is rated and insured for the 12 nautical mile coastal limit, but was actually designed to be a comfortable cruiser for Americans in the late 1980s and 90s to tackle the Great Loop and even hop on over to the Bahamas and deeper into the Caribbean. The semi-displacement hull makes for a flatter ride in rougher seas, and she is also a lot more stable on anchor or on a mooring, as the 1.5 metre or nearly 5 foot draft means there is still plenty of boat in the water, making for a much less rolly experience compared to a sport fishing planing boat. And because she is an American boat designed for the tropics, she still has a functional 110 volt electrical system, thankfully with a working air conditioning unit, and a newer 240 volt system installed alongside to run all of our New Zealand purchased electrics, such as the coffee machine, kettle, vacuum cleaner, toaster, and all of the wonderful mod cons that we have become quite accustomed to. Now we're getting down to the final stages of docking. As you can see, the flag at the front is dead calm, which is just perfect. It means I can line the boat up and come into the berth without needing to counter any wind, probably not even needing the bow thrusters, as long as I've got my perceptions right and my spatial awareness is on point, we're all good to go. And you'll see Maya start to get up and get ready to head down the back so that she can get the rear lines attached and we can settle in. So that wraps it up. That was our hard stand, boat coming out, antifoul application process, which was long overdue as it turns out, but not as daunting as we initially thought and not as expensive as we initially thought either. So we got the boat cleaned, which was important, hardcore water blasted, which you would have seen, and then we got antifoul, fresh antifoul put on. Actually 2 coats was needed in the end, and we worked out that we have gone about 27 months between antifouls, which is quite a long time, but we have been using the boat a lot, so it's ablutive, is that the word? So it's constantly peeling off, so there was limited chance for growth to really stick to it. And we got prop speed done on the propellers, which was still looking good. The propeller shafts got cleaned back and new prop speed applied. We got anodes on the back, and we've worked out that 27 months is probably the longest we would want to leave with the bow thruster anodes, because when they were just handled gently to remove them, disintegrated into dust. So next time we won't leave it 27 months, so lesson learned. I've seen a lot of videos, people doing it themselves. One day we might get to that point, but for right now, I'm very happy to pay for professionals to give us a professional finish, because at the end of the day, this is what keeps our boat fuel efficient, and it also keeps us all safe with the anodes working correctly and all of the outlets being functional and watertight. So that was quite a mission. Yeah, quite a mission. But at the end of the day, it's a big job done. Taking a boat like this out of the water and onto a cradle is never going to be an easy task. The weather was quite shocking for a good portion of that, so we ended up having to stretch the whole program out quite a lot, and because we weren't plugged in, we had to rely on that solar, which was fine. So we're now ready to hit the high seas, or the calm seas as the case may be. See you again. Oh, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you very much.